Hi, my name is Johnny. I'm the CEO, CTO and OMG of Spreeblick, which is a Macintosh software company based here in Wisconsin. And I'd like to introduce you to an exciting new product we have on the market. It's still in beta, but as you can see, you can use it today and right now. So the question you will have first is, what is the application called? And we call it a blog. A blog, and you may ask yourself, well, it's spelled with an O, so why doesn't he say blog? But the thing is, I'm American, and I'm not saying Johnny, I'm saying Johnny. So instead of blog, I'm saying blog, you know? Well, now that's out of the way, we can just skip all my yakking and go over to see the product, which is really exciting, and I hope you'll find that too. And we're launching it today, and you'll see what it is in a second. So let's have a look at it, shall we? This is what it, oh no, this is not the, sorry, hold on, there we go. This is what we call a blog. And as you can see, to the right of it is a scroll bar, which means that basically it's like a web page. It's like the web pages, you know, but slightly different. We'll come to that later. And you can see that the further you scroll down, the more of the so-called content you'll see on that blog. And well, let's go to the beginning again. You'll also notice there's some pictures. You know, here we have an old man. There we have a slightly younger man, and there's some other picture over here, and there's also some videos, but there's a lot of words on it as well. You know, there's words over here, there's tiny words over here, and some of the words you can click on and they're linked to even more words, and sometimes those links can link to more blogs, you know. That's the exciting thing about it, but it's not what a blog is really about. So you'll notice there's words, and I prepared a special page for you over here. So that's a page where there's no images, you know, there's just more and more words, and you might go, man, how should I read this? And do I have to read this? And the great thing is, no, you don't, because with a blog, all you can do, and that's the main reason for it, is have a promotional site for your own website, which of course can be a blog too. So if you scroll down to the end of all those words, you'll realize there's more words down here, and they're smaller. And those smaller words come from different people all over the world, as long as they have internet access. And at the bottom of it, there's room for you. So let's see what this looks like if we're all the way down to a form input fields. You know, there's basically, it's really easy. There's 4 main input fields. One says name, and this is the best place to enter your name if you want to make a promotional statement for your own website. And there's another called mail, which is this is not where you enter if you're female or male, but it's where you enter your email address. And here's the most important part. It's called website. In this form, you enter the domain name of your website. Well, not the domain name, but something like with the HTTP, you know, you've seen this funny stuff in papers, where you can direct people to your own website. And then there's room for you to advertise your website. You can write something so people will click on your link and be visitors of your website or even blog. So let's try this. You could easily, you know, my name is Johnny, so I can easily enter Johnny here, and then my email address, which is, I don't want to give it away to you now. Let's make just something up. Let's say something like this. And well, switch that off here. That looks horrible. Okay. And then let's say I have a web page called Google. You know, this is obviously not my web page, but let's pretend. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So you enter your website, and then you can write anything, like I find that really Interesting. And then you have a little preview down here, which is really nice. So you can actually see here what you wrote up there. Isn't it exciting? And there's something where you can put your little mark in there, and it's the German version right now. But basically this says that he'll get an email as soon as somebody else advertises his or her site, which is what we don't want at the moment. So, and with that button you can send your ad. But let's have a look at it. Is a sentence like, I find that really interesting, is that really something where you would click on? No, you wouldn't. So in order to find more visitors to visit your page, you have to write something that gets their attention, you know? These days, it's all about awareness. So write something that people will understand, like, well, you have to spell correctly, fuck you. That would be nice. I bet if you write fuck you, people will think, hey, who is this? I'm really interested in his website. And then they will click on it. You can also, if you're a friend of a lot of words, you can make that even a little more intelligent. You can say, fuck you all. That would be groovy, because I think if you speak to all of them will click your link. So basically, this is what a blog is about. So it's really easy. And of course, there's ways to get more professional. Like if you want to send that, people might click it, but it's even better if you react. And a great way to use blogs as a promotional tool for your own website is to disagree. Yes, you heard it right. This time you have to disagree with people. And for that, there's a function in blogs which is called answer. It's called Antworten here in the German version. But you click on it. It doesn't matter what the guy says who wrote here. Just click on anything that says Antworten. And then you get this little weird stuff over here, which we see in the end. So if you disagree with people, let's change my name. I think that's better. It's good to disagree with people, because then they'll disagree with you. So in the end, you have more chances of promoting your website, because you get into a conversation, or even better, into a fight, or even better, into a whole complete flame war. So there's gonna be a lot of people disagreeing, and they're all gonna be on the internet, and they're all gonna click on your link and find their way to your webpage, because they think, what kind of dickhead is that? And they want to find out. So that's a good way to have good promotion for your website. So you answer this guy and you forgot what he said, but you say something like, I completely disagree. Which is fair enough, that's your first time you're disagreeing, so that's pretty good. But the pros in blogging, as we call them, the blah 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 blogs, they do it differently. They say, I completely disagree with you smartass. That's a lot better, because the guy who wrote the original comment, he's gonna feel really offended, so he's gonna reply. And if you send, I completely disagree with you smartass, he might reply, well, you're just a dickhead. And then you can get back to him and call him some other great words. And everybody's gonna click on your link, and they're all gonna find their way to your webpage. So that's basically it. You learned how to promote your website in a blog, and yeah, I guess that's the exciting new product, and we here at Spreeblick, we really hope you like it. And yeah, good luck with blogging. See ya.